Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
You work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice, and that often runs you into a penalty.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Yellow. Yellow. It's on field. Hey, it's on out. Hey, Rimland. 26. Wow. 43. 95%.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And got his man complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 32 that time.
First down, Chiefs.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. That's caught left side by Hardman. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. The Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And Butker able to put this one through. Butker, what a pickup he's been for Kansas City the last 2 years. Remember, he was drafted by Carolina to be the eventual successor to Graham Gano. That didn't pan out. Casey got him as a free agent. He's been really good.
Yeah, Gano said, oh no, I'm keeping my job. But Butker found his home in Kansas City, a franchise record for points scored in his first 2 seasons.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Down. 180. 53. Mike.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Raider 1. Alert.
Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. And able to complete it to Moreau. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 3rd down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
Down. 180. Watch the safety creep. Raider 2.
On play action, now Carr. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Carr completes it. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. Here's Carr to throw. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
54, right there. 54 Mike. Watch the screen.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Going deep here for Watkins. He rifles one that's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Not that time for Watkins. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They trail 3-0 after the INT last time led to a field goal. But now another fresh start here, 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Down. 180. 53. Not here. Check your hot read. 618.
To throw again. Carr. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Call it a gain of 5. And it'll be 3rd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Come on. Hey, foxtrot.
Now Carr throwing on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's never a bad idea to try and get it to Antonio Brown, but there must be a little bit of the Madden curse going on for our cover athlete here. Hasn't been able to get that elite separation that we're used to seeing from him.
637. Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Five.
Throwing his Carr on third down. And he comes back with one complete. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Last season for Carlson, bit of a strange rookie year. Won the Vikings job, then was let go week 2 after going 0 for 3, but he picked things back up.
Remember, he was drafted to cure their kicking woes, and he ends up going 0 for 3 against Green Bay, including the potential game winner. Gets cut, picked up by the Raiders, 16 for 17 the rest of the season. I'd say at the end of the year, a pretty good success story.
A reminder coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football, a good one from Atlanta. Eagles and Falcons, 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday Night Football, Odell Beckham back in New York, back in MetLife Stadium. Browns and Jets, 8:15 Eastern on Monday night. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a first down.
And a first down, Chiefs.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that's incomplete. Travis Kelce, the all-pro tight end, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Dancing to his left. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has, really. And they come up here now, first down. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. The tackle made there by Dayon Buchanan. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. With that grab, by the way, Antonio Brown now over 10,000 receiving yards in his career.
That is an incredible, significant accomplishment. You're saying 10,000 yards? How many other guys have done that in NFL history?
He's the 46th all-time.
And one of the few that are active.
Yeah,
incredible.
There's only a few that are active. He still, though, is a ways away from Jerry Rice, up over 22,000 for the all-time lead. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 34-yard line.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
I know you feel that.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season.
Hey, check. Mike 50, Mike 50.
On 2nd and 12, Carr. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Flying in to blow that play up, Alex Okafor. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
Last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Watch out for Hill on the return. A field position changer there. 49 yards on the punt. Couple that with a loss on the return. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
He's got a man, complete. Sammy Watkins, he's going to go. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Let's go. Hold on these two. Let's go, Blue Lady. 15.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. He was looking for his tight end, Kelsey, and now it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Yellow. Go on, 80. Tighten up. Pull it together. Motion. Hey, watch it. Check back 54. Right 54. Check back.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. And now it's third down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things.
Mike's by four, Mike's by four, Mike's by four. I'll get him. Haywood. Get him.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the chief linemen might have moved. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. Third and long. To throw, it's Mahomes. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And the kick by Butker. We now proceed to the start of the second half. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at their own 24.
Check 4, 36, 36.
They start the second half with Kamara. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away.
That's caught inside the 20. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. A big play that time for the Raiders. 42 yards.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Into the red zone, it's Carr. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Check 25. Check 25. 6 guys.
Toss play, Kamara. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down.
At the 22-yard line.
The Raiders on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16.
93. 93.
Here's Carr. Out to the left. That's where the tight end Moreau is. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Attack, attack!
Hey, alert three, alert three. Hit the edge, hit the edge. Come, come.
You gotta go, baby.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
43!
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
He's checking. Crash.
Hey, 57 colors. Yellow.
Throwing now is Mahomes. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught at the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chiefs are in for 6. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
This will be taken in at the 1. Now a hit and a loose football. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
How many times in the course of a game do you talk about momentum plays? And I think we just saw one there. Just scored, right?
Just took the lead.
Just took the lead, went downfield, got the ball free again and picked it up. They got a chance to really get the momentum on their side now.
And now they'll try to pile on. They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Mahomes is going to run the... Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
That's me. 95%. Now check his mic. Here we go.
15.
95 Mike. Watch 95.
Mahomes going to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Butker's kick here is good, and you can bump the lead up to 9. It's 15-6. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Shotgun now for Carr. And he's got his tight end. This is Luke Wilson. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. From the gun, it's Carr. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of two. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. Over the middle here to Wilson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 yards on the play. First down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Check three. Right away. Check 50.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Raiders are back within a score.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Watch twist. Watch it.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still had the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
95, Mike. 195. Woo-hoo. 95's a save. No, check. He's Mike. Come on, your team. Charlie.
Mahomes now to throw. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Cleveland Farrell brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Attack!
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. Nico Hardman, the intended target. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Derek Carr, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks for the Raiders last year, and they only won 4 games total, so they've got some experience dealing with tight ones. Now this window is running back out of the backfield. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Carr now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Luke Wilson, his second touchdown on the season. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 24. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. It's the linebacker, Brandon Marshall, there on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Easy.
On 2nd and 7, Mahomes eluding the pressure right. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 22 yards there, a first down.
Yellow.
Watch the run.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Check right.
Watch the
15.
Alpha.
Yellow.
No, check. He's right. Yeah, that's what I do.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Mahomes now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They give it to Williams, running right. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Back to throw. To the right side, it's Kelsey. A first down there on a pickup of 25. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
On second down now, it's Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
That was 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Mahomes throwing on 4th. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. Back to throw, Mahomes. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for 2, when to go for 1. I do love it. It helps you with your decision-making during heated times. And just look at it right here in this point of the game. Go for 2. Try and make it a field goal difference.
But now just up 1 makes the rest of this 4th quarter a little more interesting.
Yeah, they followed the chart. They just didn't get the 2 points on the board, did they?
Nope. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
Hey, 57, 57.
Check. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Check safety.
Hey, color.
On 1st down, it's Williams. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. Again, it's Williams. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
Baby, that's a baby shot. 95 to 6.
Hey, Ridley. Hey, watch the ball.
Switch. Box trap. 95, Mike.
Smith trying to run for it. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown puts them up 7. But now's when the fun begins, partner, because if you go ahead and kick the extra point, it's still a 1-possession game. Go for 2, you might put it out of reach.
Yeah, a little decision to be made. The extra point up and good. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Monday, down. Ready? Box 2. Right here. That's up.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The tight end, Luke Wilson, was the target. And it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 18.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City.